family. Welcome back to our official YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys step by step how to fix your dog's nasty skin infections from home. So this is a highly requested video. I feel like I get a lot of comments and people saying like, hey Am, like your videos are too fast, or they're too quick, or they're not too much in detail. I need the measurements. So you guys have asked, I'm going to deliver. I'm going to be showing you step by step how to do it. I'm going to include all the products that I use, the easiest way to do it. So this video should be pretty quick. Make sure you guys watch all the way to the end. And yeah, so let's get started. Y'all gonna have to excuse my setup because it is a bit messy in here, but you know, we're gonna go ahead and get into the video. And just for a disclaimer, guys, anybody that's new watching the channel, thank you guys so much for being here. I was a veterinary technician for 3+ years. I have done surgeries, I have done dentals, I have pretty much a lot of knowledge on dog health, dog nutrition, dog tips. So that is what we do. We sell personalized dog gear for big breeds and big breeds only, because that's who we are, you know, but we also offer nutrition tips, health tips, dog tips. Basically, our goal here is just to help, you know, big dog owners train their dogs up, teach them properly, give them good veterinarian tips and tricks to make life easier and so you spend less money. Typically, when your dogs have skin infections that starts with having a potential allergy, whether that be like environmental, food allergy, no matter what the case is. So it can start with like ear infections, it can start with paw licking, scooting, licking, chewing, scratching, all those good fun things. So when you're seeing those things, your dog obviously has allergies, right? But the problem is that a lot of owners are not proactive about getting on to the problem and trying to fix it, okay? Because if you don't fix the problem, what happens is you have something that looks like this, which is going to be a really bad skin infection. So skin infections typically happen when you don't take care of the problem when you first notice it. So the chewing, licking, scratching. So it's important to take care of all those things. You cannot stop the scratching if you don't treat the itching first, all right? So my first recommendation is going to be get your dog on any kind of antihistamine, right? So what I like to do is from home, I'm gonna get myself some Benadryl, some Zyrtec. There is an antihistamine brand that I'm gonna pop up right here that I really do like. This brand is really good, and you're gonna give this, and I would give this honestly while you're treating the skin infection. So I'm gonna give you guys some measurements and some recommendations for how you should administer the pills when it comes time per weight class. As someone who has tried every product, I've done Benadryl, I've done Zyrtec, I have done Claritin. I think the strongest is going to be Zyrtec for sure. So I'm gonna give you a recommendation. I'm sorry, not a recommendation. I'm gonna give you the dosaging that you should follow to help your dog out. So the first is going to be, for your dog that weighs between 10 and 50 pounds, you're gonna do it 1 10-milligram tablet. That's gonna be every 12 hours. And then for your dog that weighs 50+ pounds, you're gonna do up to 2 10-milligram tablets every 12 hours as well. So twice daily, if that makes sense. Check out each one. I'm gonna recommend all the 3 up here that look pretty good along with the dosaging. This is the most important thing, because if your dog is still itching like consistently, they're not gonna stop. So you really do need this step in order to succeed in what you're trying to get done. If you don't stop the constant scratching, your dog is not gonna get better. Let's move on to step number 2. All right, guys, so as far as the body goes, the next thing is going to be, you're going to take a full bathtub, like you see in my video, and fill the bathtub water up. I would do it, right until the level where it's like, right above their feet. So a pretty decently sized bathtub, because you're going to need to be able to scoop the water onto their body to give them a really good soak. And then after you do that, you're going to add 1 cup of apple cider vinegar, 1 decent sized cup of apple cider vinegar, and then you're gonna add 1 cup of Epsom salt. So after you add the Epsom salt to the bath, you can also add a ½ cup of oatmeal. You can really do a ½ cup to 1 cup, doesn't really matter. The oatmeal is more so for the soothing, but because your dog has a skin infection at this point, that means that the bacterial component is high. And so that means that your dog has a really nasty bacterial infection, and the way you're going to treat the infection overall and the yeast on the dog's body is by getting some apple cider vinegar into play. Epsom salt also really helps with that. That really just helps kill the bacterial component that may be giving your dog a really bad infection, making everything worse. So you're gonna do all these things, throw your dog in the bathtub, and after your dog's in the bathtub, allow them to stand in it. My recommendation is that you do this for your dog at least for about a week to 2 weeks every day. This is how you're gonna give them the most relief and allow their body to start, you know, getting itself back in order to really help it out. So that is step 2, okay? So it's going to be the Epsom salt, the oatmeal, and the apple cider vinegar. Now we're going to move on to step number 3. So this is important, step number 3, you're going to get a steroid spray that you are going to spray on your dog after they come out of the bathtub. So like after you dry them off, pat them dry, you're gonna take a steroid spray, spray them with it, I'm gonna drop the steroid spray I'm going to add for you that I would recommend. That's a really good steroid spray that I use all the time whenever I just wanna, you know, help my dogs out. And the reason you need the steroid spray, it's just as important as everything else, is because the steroid actually kind of deters your dog from even thinking about scratching. So of course you have the antihistamines that help with like the itching and the repetitiveness, but the steroid is actually going to deter them from even thinking about it. So you need the steroid spray. It's really important. If you know anything about taking your dog to the veterinarian clinic, they would recommend you something like prednisolone or prednisone, which is like a really strong steroid, or Terminal P, which is also a pretty strong steroid. So this spray is going to be almost in comparison to what really can help your dog out. Let's move on to step number 4. Last but not least, we're going to be doing some natural antibiotics. So these are called Get Over It Max. They're from Natura Pets Organics. These are the ones. I'm also going to recommend you some plant-based natural antibiotics as well. I cannot think of the name of them at this very moment, but I'm going to link that in the video here when it does come to me. And you're basically going to add this into your dog's food daily. You really can't overdose your dogs on these kind of pills. I think this pill in particular, it actually has the amount that you would give your pup. So if you're watching this video, you have a big dog or small, what does it matter? So it says that if your dog is 50+ pounds, you're gonna give 3 capsules 2 times a day. So that's pretty self-explanatory. I think my dog actually had an infection in his butt, and I gave him these for like 2 weeks, but I gave him like 5. But he's also like 80 pounds, 90 pounds, so it didn't really affect him as much, you know, so that kind of stuff. So yeah, so we have all the steps in place. That's step number 4, so natural antibiotics. So we're just gonna run through them again really quickly. Step number 1, you're gonna do antihistamine, okay? Step number 2, it's bath time. So this is also very important. Step number 3, you're going to be doing a steroid spray to help deter the itch as well. And step number 4, you're gonna come in with some natural antibiotics. All right, so hope you guys followed along pretty well. I have dropped the video so you guys can see, you know, how I do it, how I get it done. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you guys have any questions, of course, please drop your questions in the comments. Like, I'm not afraid to answer. Like, I love to engage with you guys. So drop your questions. Let me know if you have any more questions with At Home Remedy. Also drop some ideas. If you guys have any videos that you want me to cover that you think are pretty cool, that you don't know anything about, that you want to see me talk about, please drop those in the comments. Like, I love helping you guys out. I love when people say like, hey, this remedy really worked for me. Thank you for recommending it. I love that, because it's like, again, I worked at the veterinary clinic, so I know what it's like when they're like charging you $2,000 for like base level information that everybody can get on the internet. Of course, as always, if you guys enjoy the tips in these videos, please like, share, and subscribe on the video. Give me more ideas that I can talk about. I would really appreciate it. Whatever I can do to help you guys out, I'm willing to do. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please subscribe, like the video. We'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.